Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahshua, by Hashem, Radash. I'm the brother Daraj, and I'm here with my brother Ahmad, and we're going to go over a quick lesson that I have experienced on Tuesday night. And before we go into the scriptures, I'm going to break down what was happening around that time. On Tuesday night, a lady came to my job on my break when I was outside, and usually no one usually comes outside. And when she came outside, she started talking to me, and the conversation started out normal, being like asked for like getting old cars, some that I've been trying to look for to get a vehicle. But then after a while, she started talking about church and stuff about Christianity, and that's when she was trying to pull that nice spirit, trying to say, oh, it'd be good uh for gatherings, meeting new people, and 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 how it would just be good for me. And I wasn't really with it. I was just, just playing the role like I cared when I truly didn't. Because I didn't really know how to say. I was just trying to get through my break and then get through the rest of my day. Look at that. But with that, it's just we gotta be careful of who we talk to, because some of these people would really try to bring us to do things that we are not looking forward to, or think that's what we want to do. But uh, let's get First John. First John chapter 4 verse 1.
All right, this is First John, uh, chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
See, try every spirit, because we have to try every spirit nowadays, especially at the time we're in. These spirits can really come forth for anything. And that lady wanted to bring me into Christianity. She even tried to ask if I needed a ride. I said no, because first of all, I don't know what's with Christians and wanting them to bring random people into their business, but I'm not with that. And I was just minding my business. And it's just this is how I knew it was getting weird, and I started feeling uncomfortable because she just kept on pushing and pushing, and 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 as my break was finished, because I was getting done eating, I, I just left. I didn't really say anything. Uh, yeah, can you get Isaiah 8 and 20? No, no, 28. Yeah, 8 and 20.
It is 8. Great. Okay, this is Isaiah 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they not slack it. This is Isaiah 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Yes, according to this word, this truth, Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua's word. If they don't speak of is what is going to bring forth Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua's prophecies, then there shouldn't be no there shouldn't be no agreement with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I didn't want. I didn't want anything to do with her, and I didn't want anything to do with no Christian church or what they do. Because first thing that thought in my head is I'm gonna have conflict with the entire church because they ain't gonna be teaching what I believe, which is this truth.
Mm-hmm.
And this truth brings out the destruction of Babylon the Great. What do the church teach? They teach love, kindness, and how forgiveness. But we gotta remember, there's not a lot of forgiveness in the world to be forgiven, because Yahweh is not gonna forgive Babylon. He's not gonna forgive Esau Edom. He says it. He says it his own himself. Jacob I love it. Esau have I hated.
Yep. And even if you read in the NLT, Isaiah 8:20, look to Yahweh's instructions and teaching. People who contradict his word are completely in dark, meaning that them kind spirits that Darash had encountered with that lady, um, they're completely in dark because they already mess up the word as it is. Um, they twist it, make it into their own doctrine, and then go out to seek others to bring into their church, like that lady did with Darash. And we don't associate with those evil spirits, because they don't bring the actual the actual true word, the true book, all the laws that bring from the Bible itself. You know, so yeah, that NLT just you know just brings it out in a more clearer way for a true understanding of what that Isaiah 8:20 is really talking about.
Mm. And let's get uh,
You want that First Thessalonians,
yeah.
First Thessalonians 5:21.
Like, hold on, 5:21.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. This is First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 21 and 22. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good, abstain from all appearance of evil.
See, prove all things. Prove fast that which is good, and which is good, this word. And we gotta prove all things. Prove all spirits. Prove all doctrines. We have to have proof with these things. You can't just say things and just go with it. That's that's the thing about Christianity. What they do, they read from the Bible, take what they like, and don't use the rest.
Mm-hmm. They don't bring out the right precepts that need to be actually pulled out and teach. They do away with the stuff they don't want to hear and preach what they want others to hear.
Mhm.
That good what you were saying, that good spirit, or that nice spirit that they always try to bring to the table, knowing that they only teach nothing but evil.
A good example for proving they need to prove all things is John 3:16.
Mm-hmm. They take that and they run with that, and not even knowing what it truly means. This to see how it sounds good to the ear, but the meaning behind it doesn't truly mean what they think that it means.
Let's quickly get the word abstract. I think that's what it's called.
You got the uh to abstract. You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I'll read it out if you want to.
Yeah.
This is Strong's G575. Uh, Upo. Upo. Uh, Basically of separation, of local separation after a verb motion from a place, departing, of fleeing, separation apart from the whole. And yeah, that just goes to show right there.
hmm And the Bible talks about separation a lot too.
A lot.
So, and she was trying to talk about fellowship. We don't need fellowship in this truth. It's not about fellowship. It's about Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. That's the first thing that we need to focus on when it's about this truth. We're going to have fellowship. Don't get me wrong. We're going to have fellowship because when me and Amai go out to the camp on Fridays, we have fellowship. We talk to the brothers and the elders. We have fellowship. it's not like we're not going to have that, but that's not our main focus. It's our main focus is to push out this word. That's what a lot of brothers will say and keep pushing because we need what we need to do. We need to push out this word as much as we can for Yahweh Bashim and Shah until the famine of word hits. So let's get Matthew 7. Yeah, Matthew 7 and 7:15.
Matthew 7 and verse 15. Right, this is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 15. I'm going to read down to verse 20. Beware of false prophets which comes to you in sheep clothing, but inwardly they are raven wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, which good trees bringeth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
Mm-hmm.
And just going into that verse 19, right there, it shows that if they don't bring them good fruits to the to the anywhere, that they're cut down and cast into the fire. They're not preaching the true doctrine of being a true prophet. They're not a good prophet. They're not even a prophet at all. There's people talking who don't know the actual the true knowledge and understanding of the word itself. Point blank period.
And what verse 15 and 16 is also going about is basically how the wolf is in the sheep clothing is camouflage. Same way how the grapes being plucked up from a tree and do mad grapes from thorns or figs from thistles. That's really in reverse, I believe, because I'm pretty sure because in the NLT it says, can you identify them by the fruit? That is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes and figs from thistles? And let's see what thistles are real quick. Because if I'm correct, thistles is where you get grapes from. It says harm.
Thistles, a prickly wild plant hurtful to other plants. So like thorns.
Yeah. So that's not what I mean. So what it's really going into is do you get fruit from harmful bushes, basically? Because we do pluck grapes from bushes, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's a stem.
Yeah, we get grapes from stems, but they don't have thorns on them. And
Basically what it is.
yeah, and that's what it's going into. We just gotta be more careful of what we do because we don't want to just, in other words, put ourselves in a situation thinking that everyone's being all nice and kind, and then they turn on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna read from the book from the Apocrypha in the Sirach chapter, starting from verse 6 down to 10. But I'm gonna talk about bits in there. So this is verse 6. Uh, no, okay. So this is verse 6. Be in peace with many. Be in peace with many. Nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So basically, what it's saying is, to not have many counselors. Well, counselors are people that you can talk to, and like to to have someone to listen to you when you're in trouble. And when it says do not give credit to him in a haste, it's just referring to because you can't really trust everyone. If you give someone a credit, you give someone like props for being there for you in your downest time, they could still, switch up on you.
Mhm.
You can't because we still gotta prove everything. We gotta prove you gotta prove your friends, you gotta prove their spirit, and you can't just trust them all nilly. And this is verse 8. For some man is a friend. Yeah. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. See, they won't abide in thy trouble in the day of thy trouble, and that's gonna be a lot of people when stuff starts shutting down. Is when stores starts closing, uh, food starts limiting, the famine starts to hit, and just stuff just starts going crazy. People is gonna be start looking after themselves, and your so called friends are not gonna be your friends on that day.
Mhm.
They're gonna dip out on you. And this is verse 9. This is verse 9 and 10. Again, some friend. Wait, no. And
Yeah, 9. You were just reading 10.
yeah, and there is a friend who being turned into enmity and strife will discover thy reproach. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of affliction. See? You still gotta be careful. And what? Here it is. And I wrote down the enmity. It says state of feeling hostile and strife is anger or bitter. And your friend and they can feel anger or bitter in your reproach.
Yeah. Hmm.
You got anything, brother?
You got it.
Yeah. But overall, it's just being more weary of who we listen to when they talking to us, and be careful on what they're saying, because people nowadays will do anything to try to associate you with really anything, and it's just overall we're just not here for association with, especially people that's not of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua.
Right. If they don't have that spirit, they don't have that wind, they're what they be saying is nothing but foolishness to the ear. It doesn't bring us any any type of any type of greatness to us, because what they're saying is nothingness. It doesn't bring us any light. Doesn't give us increase to the Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's word. It doesn't teach us. It doesn't aid us any part of what we're actually learning in the truth. We're trying to learn the 100% truth, and they don't bring the 100% truth. That's why I gotta test every spirit. Be careful who you're mingling with. Um, don't be kind to every person that just brings that kind of spirit your way, because it doesn't mean that everything, just because a kind person comes to you doesn't mean um, they bring good fruits. And, that's an evil spirit. Gotta stay away from those type of people. Separate from those type of people, and keep uh and bring yourself to people that actually want to know the knowledge and truth of the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. And that's just that. You just gotta be careful. People try to twist the word every day.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to hear that. We ain't got time for that.
Mm. Especially in the times we're trying to get up out here. We ain't trying to associate with people that is gonna be doomed to destruction anyway.
And first and foremost, I ain't trying to go to no church. I ain't going to no damn church.
More like a slaughterhouse.
Yeah. You miss me with that.
Yeah, but hopefully y'all were edified for this lesson. First of all, I still want to give praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Hakodash. And with that, I just want to say Shalom.
Shalom.